People say depression feels like sadness. But the truth is, it's something far heavier, far quieter. It's waking up tired after sleeping all night. It's smiling so people don't ask questions. It's pretending to be fine while your heart slowly sinks a little more every single day. This is the story of a boy who lost his light, and how he finally found it again. A story that shows depression is not weakness, but a battle many fight silently. And sometimes, the smallest moment can save a life. Ryan was always the cheerful one. The guy who made everyone laugh, the first to help, the one who kept the whole friend group together. But one year, something changed. It started small. He stopped replying to messages as quickly. He skipped gatherings. He said he was busy or tired, but deep inside, he knew something was wrong. It felt like someone had slowed time down for him while the rest of the world kept running. Every morning, he woke up with a heaviness in his chest. A silent ache. He didn't know why. Nothing terrible had happened. His life was okay. But that was the scariest part. He didn't have a reason to feel the way he felt. Slowly, his room became his safest place. Curtains always closed, lights always dim. He sat for hours doing nothing, thinking nothing, just existing. His friends said, "Bro, just be positive. Come on man, everyone gets sad. You're overthinking." But they didn't understand, depression is not sadness. Sadness has a cause. Depression feels like drowning without water, like screaming without any sound. His parents started noticing the silence too. The boy who once filled the house with jokes now barely spoke. He ate less, slept more, smiled only when someone looked at him, but it never reached his eyes. Ryan didn't hate life. He just didn't feel connected to it anymore. He thought, maybe this is who I am now, empty. But life had a different plan for him. One afternoon, after another long day of forcing himself through school, Ryan sat at the bus stop. People walked past him talking, laughing, planning their weekend. He watched them like someone watching life through glass, close enough to see it, but too far to feel it. When he got home, his mother asked, "How was your day?" Ryan forced a smile. "Good." But the moment he closed his bedroom door, he collapsed on the floor. No tears. Just pure exhaustion. He whispered to himself, "I can't do this anymore. I'm so tired." He wanted to disappear, not forever, just long enough to breathe. That night, he sat on his bed staring at the wall. Hours passed. He didn't move, didn't speak, didn't blink much. His mind was blank, yet full of noise at the same time. Then his phone buzzed. A message from his teacher. "Ryan, can you come early tomorrow? I want to talk." His heart raced. What did I do? Am I failing? Did someone complain about me? Anxiety added another weight on his already sinking heart. The next morning, he walked to school slowly, dragging his feet. When he entered the classroom, his teacher, Mr. Adam, was sitting alone. He smiled gently. "Sit, Ryan." Ryan swallowed. "Sir, did I do something wrong?" Mr. Adam shook his head. "No. But I noticed something. You're not the same boy you were a few months ago. Your eyes look tired." Ryan looked down. He didn't want to cry. Not here. Not in front of anyone. Mr. Adam said softly, "You don't have to pretend with me." That one sentence cracked something inside him. Pretending was the only thing he was good at lately. For the first time in months. Someone saw him. Silence filled the room. Ryan couldn't speak, but Mr. Adam didn't rush him. He waited. After a few minutes, Ryan said in a shaky voice, "I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel empty all the time, even when I should be happy." Mr. Adam nodded. "That's not your fault, Ryan. Depression doesn't mean you're weak. It means you've been strong for too long." No one had ever said that to him. Mr. Adam continued, "You know, when I was your age, I went through the same thing. I didn't talk to anyone. I felt like I was sinking. But the moment I opened up, things started to change." Ryan looked up. "You were depressed?" "Yes," he said calmly. "And I got through it. With help. With support. With time." Ryan felt something he hadn't felt in months. Hope. Mr. Adam took out a small notebook from his drawer. It was old and slightly damaged. "This helped me," he said. "Not because writing solves everything, but because it helped me understand what I was feeling instead of fighting myself every day." He handed it to Ryan. "Write anything. Even if it's just one word. Even if it's nonsense. Your mind is heavy. Let some of the weight fall on the paper instead." Ryan held the notebook tightly. His teacher added, "And promise me something, don't fight alone. Tell someone. A friend. A parent. Me. Anyone." Ryan nodded slowly. For the first time in months, he didn't feel alone in the room. Someone understood. Someone cared. Someone had once been where he was. He left the office with a notebook in his hand, and a tiny, fragile piece of hope in his heart. Healing didn't start immediately. That night, Ryan opened the notebook. The first page was blank, like his life lately. He stared at it for a long time before writing just one sentence. "I want to feel alive again." It wasn't perfect, but it was honest. Day after day, he wrote small things. How I felt today. What scared me. What made me smile, even for 1 second. Slowly, the words became windows into his own mind. His parents were the next to notice something different. One evening, his mother said softly, "You're talking more these days." Ryan smiled weakly, trying. He didn't tell her everything, but he told her enough. And that was a start. He also opened up to his friend Ali. Ali didn't give motivational speeches. He didn't say, "Don't be sad." He just said, "Bro, I'm here." Sometimes, that's all a person needs. Weeks passed. Some days were good. He felt lighter. He laughed genuinely. Some days were terrible. He felt like falling back into the darkness. But he kept trying. He met his teacher weekly. He started going for small walks. He opened his curtains more often. He forced himself to eat even when he didn't feel hungry. Little steps. Tiny steps. But every step was progress. One day, while writing, he realized something. He was no longer drowning. He was swimming, slowly, painfully, but he was moving. And that alone was a victory. Months later, Ryan looked in the mirror. The person staring back wasn't perfect, wasn't fully healed, wasn't magically happy. But he was stronger, wiser, more alive. He understood something people rarely say. Healing from depression isn't like switching on a light. It's like watching the sunrise, slow, gentle, and sometimes invisible until suddenly, the world is bright again. One afternoon, he went to visit Mr. Adam. He returned the notebook. "I filled it," Ryan said proudly. Mr. Adam smiled. "And how do you feel now?" Ryan took a deep breath. Not perfect, but better. And that's enough. The teacher placed a hand on his shoulder. "That's more than enough." Before leaving, Ryan said, "Sir, you saved me." Mr. Adam shook his head. "No, I didn't save you. You saved yourself. I just reminded you that your life is worth saving." Those words stayed with him. Because they were true. Depression had taught him the most powerful lesson. It's not the loud people who are the strongest. It's the silent fighters. The ones who wake up every day and battle thoughts no one else sees. The ones who cry quietly and still manage to stand up. The ones who feel empty yet still try to keep going. That's real courage. And now, whenever he sees someone struggling, someone withdrawing, someone acting different, someone hiding behind a smile, he remembers what it felt like to go through the darkness alone. So he reaches out. He asks, "Are you okay?" He listens. He stays. Because sometimes, the smallest conversation can save a life. Just like one saved his. Ryan's story is a reminder. No matter how dark life feels, no matter how heavy your heart becomes, there is always a way back. Not instantly. Not perfectly. But eventually. And you deserve to see that sunrise.